So as we begin tonight, as a parent, one of my greatest fears is that my kids are going to somehow hate faith, hate the church, hate Jesus, And my job as a parent is to show them who Jesus is. But ultimately, I can't force that on them. I can't force Jesus down anyone's throat, your throat, my kid's throat, my family's throat, anybody. So at baptism, we receive the deposit of faith, and you really pray that comes to fruition and that you lead an example of that. But I walked into the house one day, and the kids are playing or whatever, and so I'm sitting down, and all of a sudden, I hear this yelling out of one of the kids' rooms, and the yelling was this. It was like, "No, Jesus, no, no." And my kid was just yelling at the top of their lungs. It's like, what in the world is going on? So I'm running, and I run to the room, and the yelling is just getting louder and louder. I was like, "No, Jesus, no." And I hear this banging, and this loud sound in the room. "No, Jesus, no." I'm like, what in the world, So I kick open the door, I run in there, and my daughter was in the closet, and she was trying to get something, and a big old huge picture of Jesus had fallen on top of her. And she was laying on the ground, the picture was on top of her, and she was hitting it, trying to get it off, saying, "No, Jesus, no, get off of me." And I think a lot of times, honestly, you guys, we think that's how the church is, or that's how Jesus is with us. It's sort of forced upon us, but it's not. God never forces himself upon us. God pursues us because he loves us, and he wants to be in relationship with us, but he doesn't force himself upon us. Ultimately, it's our decision to respond to God's love. Our hearts turn to God because we need God. We need love. We need unconditional love. And as we worship during this time, worship is a response to the Lord's love. It's saying, "God, I honor you, and I love you back. Even though I don't have all the answers, even though I don't know what life has in store, even though I'm struggling, even though I'm in fear or anxiety, even though I have a lot of questions that are unanswered, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to respond from my heart to you." And that's what worship is.